So today I'm going to be doing my October favorites and my monthly palette update. So I've actually got a few favorites this month of definitely a lot of new products that I've been trying, and definitely a couple older ones but like used in new ways and stuff. So I'm just gonna get started and share with you guys all of the things I have been loving for the month of October. So the first thing I've been loving was the Etude House Double Lasting Foundation. This is the original one. I did a video on both of this one and the Serum Foundation, which is kind of like the newer version of this one. And I really like this foundation because it had such nice coverage, but I found for me it was just the tiniest bit too light. And so what I actually ended up doing was mixing it with like my second favorite like foundation ever, just a little bit too dark, and that's the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. So this one's like a little bit too light, this one's a little bit too dark, and so I've been mixing these two together and I really like it. It's perfect because this one is more of like a satiny kind of finish on the skin, like really natural. This one's a little bit more matte, so they kind of just like balance each other out in every possible way. So I have been loving using these two together. It's just been so nice. So definitely a huge favorite of mine because I love this foundation on its own, but there's just not enough colors for it. And then this one was just a little bit too light, so it's just like perfect. I hate having to mix foundations because, I mean, to be honest, it's like first world problem of being inconvenienced, but it definitely does work and I have been loving that combination. The next favorite of mine is a newer product. This one I showed in my last Rose Shop haul. So this is from, I forget the name, what brand it's actually from. Kind of had like a weird name, so I can't remember the exact brand name, but this is the Banana Nature Inside Mayo hair pack. So I showed this one in my Rose Shop haul. Basically it's like a hair treatment and it's like banana and like mayo and I think egg yolk. Yeah, egg yolk as well. Mine was from Rose Shop and I think I only paid about like less than $3 for it. I have used it about 6 times now because, you know, I don't like wash my hair super often. I probably wash it maybe like twice a week. So I've just been using this in place of a conditioner, to be honest, and it's really nice. It does smell like banana, so you don't have to worry about it smelling like mayonnaise or something because I don't like scents like that. But this one just like smells straight up like a banana runt, kind of like that candy banana scent. But I just like to apply this to my hair after I have shampooed it, and I just let it sit in my hair like I would with a regular conditioner, and it makes my hair feel super silky and smooth. So I really like that for how inexpensive it was. I feel like that's such a good deal. This one is, I think, like maybe 250 milliliters. So I feel like I could definitely get a lot of use out of this one. So that's definitely been a favorite of mine for this month. Next is one I have talked about a lot, but I kind of like forget to use it after a while. This is from Orofluido, and I used to love this so much like years ago, and then I just like, I don't know, I get lazy with hair stuff, to be honest. I don't really use a lot of products, but this one is their like hair elixir. I hope they still make this because I bought like 4 bottles of it like years ago and I've just, you know, been going through it. This stuff smells amazing. It smells like vanilla. If you like those really strong sweet vanilla scents, it's like vanilla and amber. It just smells so good. And I like to put this either in my hair when it's wet, and that's kind of one of my favorite ways because then I feel like my hair won't get too oily because it's already saturated with water and stuff. I don't know why, it just doesn't get as like greasy or anything. But if I do apply it to dry hair, I do it to just the ends, and it's usually after I have already heat styled it so that I don't like, you know, fry my hair as bad. But I've been using this again and I really love it. It just smells so good. My next favorite is a product I got from BoxyCharm, and I really love this. This is the Farmacy Green Clean Cleansing Balm. I really like this one a lot. It smells so nice and fresh. It's so good at removing my makeup, and it's a really good option, although I have been trying some other cleansing balms lately and I feel like I might like them more, but I will wait until I'm ready to talk about those. But for now, I do love this. I think this is about $22 for this size, which I've definitely tried some that are a little bit cheaper, but I definitely really like this one and it is a good option, and I'm so glad I got it in my BoxyCharm. My next favorite is a gift. My friend actually just gave this to me the other day and it's so cute. It is a Chimmy little keychain. She got it for me when she went to the BT21 store, and so I'm so happy. I love it so much. It's the cutest thing ever and I'm so grateful. It's just the cutest thing ever. I'm so glad I have it. I love it. She kind of gave it to me as like a belated birthday present, even though she already gave me a birthday present, so, but that was very sweet. Another birthday present that I got that I was such a big fan of is a gift I got from my brother, and it is, let me grab it, it's kind of large. If you know anything about me, you know that I love board games so much, and if you know that, then you probably know that my favorite board game in the entire world is Clue. And my brother got me the Clue Master Detective board game. It's really cool because it's just like Clue, but it's more rooms, more people and stuff, and it's just so much fun. I literally have at least 6 different versions of Clue games. It's my favorite game to play. I love it so much, and I was so excited when I got this. So my brother, he knows me very well, so yeah, it was definitely a great birthday present for me because it's just my favorite thing ever, murder. A few other favorites I have for like TV, Survivor came back at the very end of September. I'm still like catching up because I don't know, I just haven't had the time to like watch TV as it comes out, but I always love Survivor, so I've definitely been watching that season. Another thing I've been loving is a Korean drama. This one came out like earlier this year, like I think it ended in like January, so you've probably already seen it if you're up on K-dramas and stuff, but it's called Just Between Lovers. That one was like always on my list. I always saw it and I didn't really know anything about it, but it was always on my list of things I wanted to watch, and then I finally started watching it and oh my gosh, it was so good. It's definitely a little bit of a different one because I've never watched one that's more of like construction and architecture kind of based. I've watched like so many like school dramas or medical dramas and stuff like that, so this one was really good. I actually have 2 episodes left that I'm gonna finish tonight, but definitely a really good one. It's very like, I don't know, devastatingly sad kind of, but totally a must watch if you haven't already seen it. I'm sure everyone's like, yeah bitch, we've seen that one, it's good. I'm just really far behind on dramas and I like to wait until they're all done anyway, so that's just how I like to watch them. Another favorite of mine has been getting back into hula hooping. I used to do hula hooping a lot whenever I was in college. It was when I first got into it. I think it was like my freshman year of college is, yeah, definitely when I really got into it, and it's just so much fun. I really just haven't had the time to like do anything anymore, and I had my hoops setting out and I was just playing with them the other day, and it was just kind of like I never quit doing hooping and stuff, and it was just really fun, and I want to get back into it, especially since it's really good, kind of like easy workout and stuff, and just really fun, and I love learning new tricks and things, so I definitely want to do more hooping soon. And then I guess that's pretty much it for my favorites. I will get into doing my palette update next. So the palette of the month for October was this one from Sephora. This one is called, I believe it's More Than Meets the Eye. This one, like I mentioned last month, was a palette that I received as a gift from a family member for Christmas, and this is what the palette looks like. Overall, I'd have to say, I mean, the shadows, they were kind of like your typical Sephora eyeshadows. They're not great, but they're definitely not terrible at all. And it was definitely like a very usable palette and stuff. You got a lot of options for colors and stuff. You even got some fun jewel tone kind of colors down here. You've got like a lot of matte options as well. So this was a palette that really wasn't a terrible palette at all, but it was just one that I feel like, even though it's kind of a palette that kind of has a little bit of everything, I still don't like it. I don't know, maybe I'm just super picky, but just something about this palette didn't like make me like super excited to use it or anything, and I feel like that's starting to be very common with a lot of the palettes that I'm kind of doing now for my you know, monthly makeup palette challenge kind of thing. A lot of these I'm just like, they're fine, they're okay, they get the job done, but I'm not excited about them. And I feel like I have too much makeup for me to like not be excited about some of these, and I feel like I could definitely give these to like some family and friends and stuff that would like really love it and get a lot of really good use out of this. This one had like some really pretty colors. Like I liked this mint color here. Now the like actual wearability of it just wasn't that great. Like it didn't stay as good. You know, some of the shadows would really fade quite a bit, but there were also some really good options in here as well. So it's not that this palette is like terrible. It's just, I'm not excited about it anymore. So I just kind of feel like I should give it to, you know, someone in my life that really would enjoy using it. So that's kind of pretty much it for that one. I felt like I stuck to the same kind of colors over and over with this one as well, and I don't know, I just feel like someone would get a lot more use out of it than I would, so this is definitely one I feel like I'm going to be passing along. I'm such an idiot. I just filmed like a whole clip talking about the next palette that I'm going to be using for the month of November, and I picked the wrong palette. I had to go back to look at my list, and I'm like, wait, why did I choose this palette for this month? So anyway, the palette that I'm actually going to be using for the month of November is my Morphe palette. Now this is one that I bought quite a few years ago, maybe like a year or two ago. And to be honest, I don't think I've used it once. I don't think I have. I might. No, I don't think I've ever used this. This is called, what is this called? There's like no name on here. All I see on the back is 35D. This, I believe, was like their dark smoky palette or something. I honestly don't even know. I really like the colors of this though, especially like these greens here. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of use out of those. That blue is really fun. And then there's like a lot of colors down here, super deep and dark. So I feel like I might have to like, I don't know, supplement this palette in some way. But yeah, this is going to be my palette for the month of November. Really deep and dark and smoky, and we'll just see what I end up doing. There's definitely some mix of shimmers and mattes. I'd say there's definitely like a lot more shimmers than mattes, which is not my favorite, but I think I can definitely make this palette work. But overall, it's just really dark and deep, some purples, browns, blacks, grays, charcoals. So I definitely think there's going to be some interesting shadow options for this month. And I know Morphe's like a super like polarizing kind of makeup company. Like some people either really love Morphe or some people just hate it. To be completely honest, I don't really have a strong opinion either way, so I don't know. As far as the other palette I had was like the orange tone like shimmer ones, like a warm palette. That one, like, I just remember the shadows being really nice. Some people say Morphe shadows suck, some people love them. I don't know. I guess you just can't please everyone, but that will be my palette for the month of November. So that is pretty much it for all of my favorites. Let me know what products you guys have been enjoying or loving, or even if there are products you haven't been loving, let me know what you've been using and what you think about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. Link is below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.